to the bread kitchen. Today I'm going to make a loaf that will blow your taste buds away. It's a very simple loaf, but flavoured with sun-dried tomatoes and Parmesan cheese. So for this wonderful savoury loaf, I've got 500 grams of strong bread flour. I'm using a mixture of 425 grams white and 75 grams wholemeal, just for that little bit of extra flavour, but you could use any combination you like. 300 ml of lukewarm water, 50 grams of freshly grated Parmesan cheese, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 25 grams of chopped sun-dried tomatoes. These are dried. If yours come in oil, drain them, and you might want to use about 40 to 50 grams of the sun-dried tomatoes. 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of dried yeast. Now you can also add a tablespoon or 2 of dried herbs into this dough if you want. Basil's good, oregano's good. Put the sugar and the yeast in the water, give it a mix, and then leave it for 10 minutes for the yeast to get going. Put the flour, the salt and the cheese in a nice large bowl and mix together. Once your yeast's all nice and frothy, add it into the flour, together with the olive oil and the sun-dried tomatoes. Then mix well to a smooth dough. Once all the ingredients are well mixed together to give you this soft dough, knead the dough well on a lightly floured surface for about 10 minutes. So after about 10 minutes of power kneading, you should end up with a nice, smooth and elastic dough. Now pop it in a bowl lightly greased with olive oil, cover and leave in a warm place to allow the dough to rise until it's about doubled in size. My dough's risen really nicely, so I'll just turn it out onto this floured surface. I'll knock it back a bit and then I'll knead it for about 4 or 5 minutes. Alright, my dough's looking really nice. So what I'm going to do is shape it into a sort of sausagey shape. Roll it out into a bit of a rectangle. And then roll it into thirds. Turn it over. Tuck under the ends. And I'll pop it on this lightly oiled baking tray. Put it in a nice big plastic bag, and then I'll leave this in a nice warm place for the dough to increase in size. My loaf's been rising for about an hour, looks very good. I'm just going to make some slashes in the top here with a nice sharp knife. I'll dust it lightly with flour. Now I'll bake this at 190 degrees C fan oven, 220 conventional oven for about 25 minutes. After 25 minutes your loaf should be this wonderful brown colour thanks to the cheese, so we'll just leave it to cool. This bread is wonderfully soft and utterly delicious. Good thing about being the baker is I get the best bits. You can use this bread to make really delicious sandwiches with a cold meat filling. And if you take the dough and make it into small rolls, you could serve them with soup. The other great thing you can do with this bread is to make bruschetta with it. I hope you enjoy making and, more importantly, eating this delicious bread. Thanks for watching and do join me next time in the bread kitchen.